You guys apparently liked the volume 1 of every single revived skateboard that we have made thus far. So here's volume 2. We're gonna walk through this door. We're gonna take a little stroll down the next half of memory lane, and then I'll skateboard for you, but it's gonna be a fun time hanging out. Let's go. All right, we start right here at Take Over the World deck. And this is the limited edition. If you saw the first version of this video, if you haven't seen it, you should probably go back and watch it. But if you're just living life dangerously and starting halfway in, right there. When we do a limited edition, it's a vertical graphic and it has all our names in the background. It's not a pro model, just has everybody on the team's name. Then when it's sold out, we move to this, the unlimited version, which we could go back and reprint if we wanted to. Maybe we might. Here, every summer, we usually do video game oriented graphics. And here's one that we grew up playing. Character select screen are so rad, except actual character select screens are more exciting than our faces, but JP Cooper crushed it. The Master Board. How cool is that? I don't need to say anything about that. It's just awesome. Here's Ames Brothers number 2, 1-2. I think we just finished up the series at 1-4. I might do something different in that fashion, but Ames Brothers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are done. This is the second. Here we go. JP Cooper crushed this series. These are on tech decks now. I love these. I think I got the idea for a skull for each person, and then JP brought it to life. Most of the stuff comes from my brain, and then he builds it into a much bigger creation. John Hill Win Pro. This is a fan favorite. I don't like to use the word fan. I don't know. I just like to think of us as having fans, but it's a true thing, I guess. This was very well received. It's gorgeous. JP Cooper crushed this. Every pro deck with the pro lifelines, we try to get something that just reflects their personality. He was doing a lot of California videos when he started designing this, and the little camera there because he's all about making videos. Gorgeous videos. Gorgeous board. Appropriate. Neon Lifeline. Really cool. This was kind of like a revamp of the 3D cat, so it just came to an actual cat. I don't know, purple cat. Chunk. Why? A lot of times Brian comes in, he's like, what do you want to call that board? And we just come up with a random name. These are the Chunk. It's kind of cool. You can see the wood grain. I know that's popular sometimes. Monster series, really cool. Don't know how this kind of came to be, but really like Aaron Cairo's, all the eyeballs. Doug's is really cool. Not to put down Johnny or John Hill, I just like those better. But as a whole, really gorgeous set. If people were to collect them and have them all in one, that'd be a really cool series to have. Tie-dye lifeline. We had experienced some success in tie-dye lifelines in the past, but we've never done a tie-dye on tie-dye lifeline. It's like more cowbell. So that's gorgeous. That was really popular. This is one of our more popular decks ever. Cat versus Nachos. It's one of my favorite composition-wise. Like, I just love the layout of it. He's about to get attacked by some nachos. And then it's kind of a series, yeah, like Cat versus series. Cat versus Hands, which most people can relate to. Cat versus Pizza, which is really cool, but I don't know, the blue and the nachos, that's just a gorgeous board. That's my favorite. Script series. We wanted to keep it basic, and these were really well received. These are some of the colors that I would never personally skate myself, but I know that's like a thing these days. Really pretty. I can appreciate them. Cruiser, we did a lightning graphic, which is right here, and you know, we're making a new cruiser, so that's what happened. This is one of my favorite decks ever. This is the Grid, which is very 80s. I mean, if you see that, you know. I love it. I wish, you know what, I wish I would have put some away so I could keep skating that deck. There's lightning graphic. I used to joke about it being a Harry Potter board. It's not at all, but it just reminds me, because anything lightning bolt reminds me of Harry Potter. I'm a sucker for this colorway. I'll always like these basic boards with just the name and red, white, and black. I love it. Arcade series. I didn't know how well these were gonna go over, and they went over really well. They got made into tech decks. I know a lot of people tried to collect them, and we got requests like, oh, I need this board, this board, this board, but they're all gone now. JP crushed it. Here is a 16-bit lightning graphic, and we're summer again. So we've got the Legend of Revive board. You know the parodies. I don't need to say them. Ames Brothers 1-3, and then the Battle series, which speaks for itself. If you ever played any old JRPGs, that's what it's homage to. Specifically, a certain one that you know all about. But it's kind of cool because the pros are like battling their worst enemy. Aaron's battling heel flip. Doug is battling pineapple on pizza. That's hilarious. Johnny's battling an evil wizard. I don't know how often Johnny experiences evil wizards in his life. Maybe that's a Swiss thing. You know, over in Switzerland, they just do. But that's awesome. And then John Hill's battling time. And John, you have my heart on that one. I can relate. Skate Royale board, just because it's popular. Somebody might dig this, and we always try to make people happy. So again, we were trying to keep it basic for these pro model graphics, and these are some of my favorite pro models. The stencil graphics, really rad. Looks like it's spray painted on there, and then it has their name, and it's embossed, so you can feel it. You know, and you do back tail, it's like you know, you can hear it. Yeah, I love all the colors they chose on those too. Those are really good. All right, let's keep going. So the taco board, which you might have seen in the volume 1, zombie tacos. This is popular. I love this. I want to keep doing, I want to like do skeleton tacos next or something. Like, I want to have fun with this. You're gonna keep seeing cats and tacos and all that stuff. I forget what this is called. Skeleton 2, Skull 2, I don't know. But it looks nice. The slime lifeline, which just came out as a tech deck, if you know where to look at least. It's embossed, so that's really bumpy. And then here, we actually, for these graphics, these weren't supposed to exist. We had whole other series done by Sam Fluharty. Actually, we brought him back, and then right before we were about to print them, another company came out with the same, like pretty much the same exact graphics, completely on accident, but we hadn't put the order in. So real quick, Ryan Chambers got on the computer and made these, and I like them. Just the basic ones. I like the colors used. They're really good. And then in addition, we have the all-time Infinity War, because Infinity War was popular at the time. So it's pizza versus nachos and some epic apocalyptic battle. You know, it's like the end of times. Like, that is one naked nacho, I want to say. Like, he doesn't have anything on him. That's just a chip at that point. All right, shattered basic logo graphic. I love this. In the fisheye, you can see it better than you can see it in real life. But I like how you kind of have to like look and stare at it to see what it says. We had an idea to do an everything lifeline, and then JP made this instead. So it has like a lot of our graphics from all time, all in one board. It's called the Greatest Hits. Space Lifeline 2. This got made into a hand board too. The Space Lifeline was so successful, we wanted to do a second one. This board, this colorway was requested so much that we finally just made it in an off-season deck. And I don't know how, but these are off-center. So if we ever reprint this board and you have an off-center one, maybe that'll make it worth a few more dollars. Probably not. I don't know. Okay, Spirit Animal Series. They got to choose their animal, and then we brought it to life. And they had basic backgrounds at the beginning, and I was like, no, it needs something. Let's do photos. And every time I bring up photos, everyone that has anything to do with the design, they're like, no, don't do it. And I'm like, I promise you. And I'm so glad we did it, because I love these decks, and I think they hit a little harder having the photo backgrounds. Aaron Cairo's dog, the volcano, and the llama is just hilarious. This is just a visual thing. The red bricks is gorgeous. I thought it would just be funny for a penguin to be running from the cops. So this is the block board, and there's actually an error right here. If you have this deck, you can look at it. It's probably scratched off by now, but a line comes down over, and it should be under right here. Oh, and all of them. Yeah, one right there too. And no one probably ever noticed that, but Brian right away was like, oh my gosh. It still looks great. Anyone has had some sort of toys that click together, that's just homage to that. Retro. This was a random idea, and it came out so awesome. I love this deck. We got a lot of good feedback on that. What is this called? So this is like kind of evolved version of the original tie-dye splatter lifeline. So it is tie-dye-y, but it's almost like, yeah, you're just like throwing paint at it. April Fools, we joked about switching our names. Like Force Wheels is now Force Skateboards, and Revive Skateboards is now Revive Wheels. It got way too many people. People believed it, and some people didn't believe that we actually made the product. And yeah, it was just a limited edition. You could only get it on April Fools, and when it was sold out, it was done. And so if you have one of these, don't skate it, because it's never gonna happen again. It's just one batch only. It was one of a kind. All right, this is the most recent season fantasy series. This is 100% JP's idea. These are his favorite decks he's ever created. He's a huge Dungeons and Dragons and just all things fantasy and sci-fi nerd like me. I actually play Dungeons and Dragons with him sometimes. It's a lot of fun, but these are gorgeous. If you're gonna collect a series, I get why you would do this one. It's awesome. I love it. It looks like classic OG Dungeons and Dragons stuff. JP, you killed it. Video game decks. We did some parodies of something you might recognize here, and Ames 1-4, the last one. And then this one, I have been quoting a certain internet video for my entire channel. Now it's locked in place. Go look this video up. It's hilarious. I want to look at that horse, but I love it. I'm just so happy it's on there. And then right here, this is the most recent deck we put out. Jason Park recently became pro for us, and it's his pro model, and it's completely Jason Park. It fits his personality, everything. Very Hawaii, 80s. Like, he likes a lot of like 80s synth. The grid work makes me think of that. Yeah, JP killed it on that. Jason Park kills it in life. Happy to have him on the team. A lot of people somehow missed that memo, because it's been in a few videos, and then on Instagram and everything, like, we made a huge deal about him coming over, and some people watched the first video like, whoa, Jason Park board, and you missed some videos, people. But yeah, that's it. I cannot believe we've made this many skateboards. When I started this company, I didn't think people would want boards that I made, and it's just took off. Now it supports a bunch of people, my friends and their families. It's literally the best thing ever. So I want to thank you, even if you're new here. If you've been here for a million years, thank you. If you're just getting here, thank you. And the support has changed more than one life. It's been the best journey ever. And I'm so glad that we don't have to sit at some job doing what we don't want to do, you know, driving around a van, cleaning carpets. You were doing that. I don't know what I would have ended up doing. Nothing fun. Not like this. So I love you. Thank you for the support. From the bottom of all of our hearts, these words ring true. Wow, that got deep. Let's skateboard.
And it's changing, but we have this awesome new poster that does not come in this frame, but it's still a poster. It is available in our new back to school package. It's got a backpack, it's got a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Should have just came out today or very recently, but you can also get this poster by itself, not in the frame. I have it framed, which is awesome, but it's a poster. It's awesome. It's got every skateboard we've ever made. Ryan Chambers made it, and he killed it. Thanks, Ryan.
So last time I skated, I was in bad shape. I did that one trick and then made Thomas do it. Today I'm feeling a little better. Let's trick time. So I know it was only 5 tricks, but I am having a hard time with certain things after being injured for 5 months. I'm super happy about those. Every day I get a little bit better, but man, my pop and specifically my flip tricks into grinds is I'm really working on right now. But that felt good. I skated. I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you genuinely were entertained with me talking about them. Like Brian Ames said, the backpack with that awesome poster is out right now. That's really cool. If you need any skate gear at all, we have you at theshredquarters.com where we sell the current decks from Revive and 3 Block and some other companies here and there. But we have you with all things skateboards, like complete skateboard, everything you think you need. But if you have a local shop, they also have you. Please support your local scene. They can always carry our gear. But if not, you know, we are here for you. And that's it. I'm gonna stop sweating. I'm gonna cease to sweat. However you want me to word that. I'm gonna go survive this day. Actually, I gotta pick Brett Novak up from the airport. That's it, guys. You have a fantastic day. Skate on. Goodbye. Hello. What's the name? Who would have thought I'm singing things before I knew the words?
Mark it. So good.